So good morning or good night, depending on where you are, and welcome to another album review of The Shield on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about a classic thrash metal band from New Jersey, Overkill, who just released their 20th album. Listen to that, their 20th album, and it's called Scorch. And if you think about it, they release albums just as quickly as Nick Cannon has children. Ah, you got it. There's a joke for you. So what can you expect from this 20th album of these thrash metal giants? It's much of the same. It's Overkill doing Overkill, but you know what? That's a great thing. Overkill is a band that they never stray away a lot from their core sound. So like if you listen to an Overkill album, like they're pretty much very similar. Like they have the same like structure and the same type of vibe to them. And in this album, that is no exception. So I'm going to show the artwork for this album. And it's pretty cool artwork. So here you have scores, you have the two skulls with the logo that Avenged Sevenfold stole from the band and still are not paying royalties for. But yeah, so yeah, this is a very thrash metal album cover. And what you see is what you get. So is this album as good as their earlier material? I think it's a very solid album as fuck. It's an album that it's enjoyable. If you liked Overkill before, you will like this one again because they follow that same trajectory. There's not a whole lot of experimentation. If you want experimentation, Overkill is not the band for you. But if you want like that nitty gritty thrash metal that really is super good, this is the album for you. So the album has some great songs on it. For example, it opens with Scorch, and Scorch really opens the album on a very high note. It's really catchy and some great riffing on it. And a lot of things that Overkill does very well is the gang vocals. There's some bands that don't know how to do gang vocals well, but they do it really well here on songs like Won't Be Coming Back, Harder They Fall. Like the gang vocals are like these are songs that you could imagine yourself listen to them live and chanting like the harder they fall, the harder they grab, and you really listen to them. And Bobby Blitz, God bless him. The guy is like in his 60s and he still sounds fucking great. Yeah, he does sound like the Green Goblin or a demon singing, but he does it pretty well. On a song here, there was a single that they released, The Surgeon. I just smile every time he goes like, I am the surgeon, I am the blah. It's like it's like a devil, but it doesn't sound like an evil devil. It sounds like a devil that his nuts are being like squashed, and that's how he does the high pitch screaming. But they do it so well. I think that the only track here that is there's some experimentation on that one is Twist of the Week. And Twist of the Week, there's like in the middle part of the song that there's some like they sound like monks chanting and like some different type of elements that really make a difference. And not only that thrash metal, but the other tracks, they're pretty much the standard. Like you have the great soloing on almost all the tracks. You have the gang vocals. You have Bobby Blitz doing that devil type of like vocals that he does so well. But yeah, much of it is the same. There's also like other tracks like Bag of Bones, which closes the album. That one is pretty interesting, and it's kind of funny when he's like Bag of Bones, but it's a fun track. So in conclusion, Overkill and Scorch is a fun thrash metal album. Like this is the album that you go play if you're with your thrash metal buddies and have some beers, put on some cranking tunes and not think about it. This is not an album to analyze and think. This is Overkill doing Overkill. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. So what did you think of Scorch by Overkill? What are your favorite tracks? How would you rank this in the Overkill discography? And if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like and do not forget to subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm. So until next time, people, this is Hector, The Shield on a Couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.